Hey everybody, it's Allie Edwards, and I am back today diving into my Project Life album for 2024. My goal here is to get all of my photos into Project Life or into my 9x12 album before December. We'll see. We'll see if this happens. That's my goal, and then I can continue telling stories as it goes along. I would love to have this project done before 2025 begins. We'll see. I know that's not everybody's jam, but I got to get ready for the next thing. So anyway, I'm trying to kind of work through these. I'm having fun looking back at my photos. This is working on week 37, which was September 9th through the 15th. You can see that I already have photos in my pockets. There's going to be a lot of volleyball photos over the next few weeks. I have three tags from the September Stories by the Month kit that I'm planning on using. And then this card, which is from a Stories by the Month kit, September Stories by the Month kit a couple years ago. I just have that in my cards. I'll show you just what that looks like. In my card folder here of by the month. So I have some of the leftover ones from previous years that I haven't used. Makes it really easy to be able to grab a specific monthly one. I actually have them for the 4x6 size too. Let's see what September ones I might have in here. These are from a few different years, as you can see. September, yeah, those are older ones. Anyway, just kind of showing you what I have in that department. I'm not sure how much additional embellishing I'm going to do. I want to think through that. Sometimes it's so nice, especially when you're looking back on Project Life and maybe you just want to fill in the pockets, right? You want to focus on the words and photos. I definitely want to give my photos a home, right? So obviously not all the photos that I took in this particular week, but the kind of, different pieces, right? Pieces of life is essentially what this project ends up being. So as I was thinking about how I might want to embellish this, I pulled out this number stamp set. This was one of the ones that we offered with our December daily collection this year. And I was thinking it'd be fun to do like a part of the number on here and like maybe pull the yellow out of here and do yellow numbers and then just add a little bit of journaling on there. From there, I just need to decide, do I want to add anything onto my photos this time? So I'm going to look in my stash and see if there's something specific that I might want to add in there. I have a few September embellishments too, things that were a part of the kit. That's where I'm at. Here we go. All right, diving into this one, the first step for me was to use those large number stamps on the September Stories tags. I am using our Honeyman ink. It is a yellow, kind of a golden yellow ink. And I'm just doing like the top part of the numbers. So the 2 is a little bit harder to read, but I think when you see them all together within the page protectors and as a spread, then it makes sense. So pulling those back over and then kind of considering what my next steps are going to be. The first thing that I'm going to do is stamp the dates. So the spread of dates for this particular week, I'm using StazOn to stamp with a rolling date stamp on top of one of the vellum pieces from the September Stories by the Month kit. Then I'm going to add a little bit of my journaling. I find when I'm doing kind of catch-up style Project Life or when I'm going back in time a little bit, it's easy for me to just handwrite. So I'm looking for journal cards or tags where I can just add my journaling directly on to the tags themselves. In this case, I'm going to be talking a little bit probably about volleyball. It's like there's going to be a lot of stories about volleyball. I think I might have said that already too. In this particular season. So I'm documenting some of that. This is kind of when it was just getting started. And then as I was thinking about what I wanted to add on to the photos, I was thinking a lot about creating formulas. And I've done this in the past, and I think it's been in a similar time frame when I was doing a bunch of catch up on Project Life. So there are some times when I spend a lot of time on each spread and I do fun creative things, but there's also a lot of times where I just want to fill the pockets and I want it to be simple. So I will often create formulas for myself, and that's what I'm going to do in this case. So I opened up some of my stash, and I have all of these puffy hearts that we did. We offered a number of them for a while in our kits, and so I'm going to use those puffy hearts and combine them or pair them with these perforated phrase words that were from the Wander story kit. So pulling out your word phrase stickers, any word phrase stickers could go right on top of those hearts, and it makes a cute little embellishment, an embellishment that's easily repeated also on top of each one of the photos. And it doesn't interfere with the photos, right? So it's like not, taking over the whole photo. It's just adding a little bit of something, which then adds, I think, nice cohesion around the whole entire spread. In terms of ribbon, I decided I wanted to use some ribbon, and I had recently got some navy blue and gold ribbon and this gold dotted ribbon because those are some of the colors of Anna's team, her high school team. I just went ahead and used my X-Acto knife there to cut a little slit so that I could pull the ribbon up through the back there, because normally that wouldn't happen when the page protector opens on the other side or the pockets open on the other side. In addition to just pulling the ribbon through, I stapled it in place. That's something that I often do with ribbon, so it doesn't create additional bulk. It can still be flat, and then you just use a stapler. Adding more hearts onto my other 4x6 photos there, kind of varying the color. It was pretty cool because when I looked at all of those puffy hearts, I had a number that had a color scheme that went along with this one, and so that made me happy as well. So cutting up a little bit of extra ribbon. I'll link the ribbon for you guys below. Again, I bought this just to be able to do gift bags and goodie bags and things for the girls on Anna's team, but it is a nice little addition in here, and it also made me think about wanting to have more ribbon. Ribbon can just be such a fun, nice accent for our projects, and I always love when it's like sticking up off the top. So I like the way that looks there. All right, then I'm continuing to add those little embellishment gatherings on top of my photos, still just sticking with the wander perforated phrases. I kind of just wanted to see if I could make that work on all of them, but again, you could easily use just other word phrase stickers that you might have in your collection of stuff there. So trimming those down a little bit. And another thing that I added onto the journaling tags were some clear stickers, so clear phrase stickers. I often keep those all together. Those we've had in a number of past kits in One Little Word and some other projects as well, and they can be really fun to add onto your photos, but also adding on to white cardstock or white background tags like this. It just looks like it was already, made to be on there. Adding in additional journaling here, talking a little bit about flowers and how the flowers were continuing to bloom. I kind of have that reaction in a few of the upcoming spreads. I love the fact that I've taken pictures when I bring them inside, and so I can add them into this project and kind of see how long they continue to bloom into. Actually, this year they continued to bloom into November, which felt shocking to me. Just a little bit of a difference in terms of, I think the weather this year was a little warmer. I'm going to underline my journaling because that's what I like to do, and I don't know how I forgot to do it on that first one there. And then I'll be filling in additional journaling on that third tag, and that one is going to be talking a little bit about our book club gathering. That's what the photo is there below. I also did add in a little bit of journaling on the number 1 tag about Betty and taking Betty out to one of our favorite walks. Just got a couple pictures of her on there. That seems to be what a lot of my life was in this particular season, was volleyball and Betty stuff and work, and that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at these days. All right, you guys, that's it for this one. I'll have another one here to share with you soon.